Yo, we're in Bridgeport. That's important to know. This wasn't recorded.
We're not in New York.
Anywhere else, basically. Just. Okay, so Danny and I were watching Noisy, that Viceland show, and they were talking about Violet Funk. I was like, that's just clave. Why can we somehow turn this into a craze that like American kids and shit are listening to? We thought about slowing it down, speeding it up, just sampling it, making it just the snare drum, you know, or just having that clap. I think we ultimately ended up putting it on the hi-hat.
It comes out more to the end of the track too.
There's a little more playing going on at the end. Yeah, you can hear the remnants of it, but that somehow turned into like the trap pad idea. The triplet. And then I was for sure that I wanted the bass to only be with the kicks. Like trap stuff, you know, the kicks could do some fills, but the bass only plays when there's a kick there.
Yeah, I remember you asked me, you were like, oh, put on the bass or throw some guitars on. Like, it's good.
We battled with the minimalistic thing for a while. Like we tried to keep it minimalistic, mainly because of the mix. We wanted things to be like wild, loud. And we're like, okay, how do we do that? We just have very little things there. So the keyboards are the only, in the bass, I mean, it's the only thing happening besides percussion. And then there's wild timbal fills. Oh, by the way, the production on the last 8 bars of the breakdown, that's all grabado.
Baby, esta noche vamos a hacer lo que tú quieras. Que en la noche baila el son de tus caderas. Si me dejas, oh.
And then the keyboards came. I think it was this one was next. That's just your basic piano that I got from Contact stuff. And pitch shifted down. Basic Drake-ish. There was obviously a lot of Drake influence, right? But more than that, we were really listening to a lot of SZA at the time too. Like that track, The Weeknd. And I think that's where the texture of the song started to take place, kind of trying to sound like that SZA album. A lot of the Calvin Harris funk wave album too. Like the way that album felt texturally, I think was for sure what we were trying to achieve.
We had a bunch of different ideas of what it was going to be.
And then one day we came in to work on some stuff and Jeremy heard the track and was like, nah, let's work on this. And that's where that ended up going. Oh, there's the one like melodic hook of the whole song. And funny enough, my favorite part of this, thinking about this moment, is that, remember Victor Pablo's party? Yeah. Where I remember Tita being like, you need like a musical hook. Like a burr, 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 burr.
Yeah, I remember that.
Remember that conversation?
Yeah.
And I was like, I put one, it's just really low in the mix. And then she's like, well, put it up. I'm like, tell Gal. He didn't put it up.
Yeah. What? But why did Gal like?
Truthfully, because it's not a. Just finish playing. Truthfully, the thing is that it's not a.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the same hook values. Oh, there was a bass part, a very minimalistic bass part. Pretty dope. There's a lot of this. And I think the main keyboard is this good old Motif 6. Conga was next. That's a lot of compression. That's not the way I play either. But it's 2018 out here. We're trying to be out here in 2050. Yeah. You gotta take chances. I don't know how to explain it. It is what it is. In order for things to be super loud, which is the trick you're trying to play most of the time with the ear, right? You can't have that much on the track. So does that mean cutting out the left hand of the conga every once in a while so there's not too much body, so you're not taking away from the bass, because you can't lose where the note is, right? And if you have too much things fighting in a frequency,
Congas, right?
we try things. You get the idea. Everyone that knows what I'm talking about gets what I'm talking about, but...
Percussion-wise, who inspired you to play like that?
Oh, Marky Jonas. And this guy. This guy.
So after congas, what's next?
It was bongo first.
Bongo first. Where's one? Trying to get the bell to ring as long as possible, but not to ring over into the next beat. It's almost like treating it like a horn. Like you want it to ring for a whole full note. You know, so it sounds unnatural when you listen to it now, but there's kind of a method behind the madness. So for all you Marcos fanatics out there, what's that?
The Marquettes.
The Marcos.
Well, that's all you, though.
Yeah, I edited less than you think. Oh, that did, yeah.
So Timbales was recorded. What's next?
There's a bunch of like little effects there, and that's all Skrillex Diplo ideas. That guy. Just copied and pasted that. There's a lot of rises too. How many people use rises in salsa? You can say that the last sound would be the production idea of like glitching up the percussion, like treating it as if it were some trap hi-hats, you know, treating everything if it were like that, saying, okay, forget the idea of trap music and how they use hi-hats. What would that sound effect be like if we just used it on percussion in addition to breaks, in addition to section changes, in addition to a conga fill. A conga fill can be part conga fill, part conga glitch, you know, to give it some sort of digital effect. And that's, I mean, kind of the theme with not just this track, but a lot of what we're doing is sort of digitalizing the acoustic world of salsa and saying, you know, we're all kind of being dragged in that direction. I never considered myself a computer guy, you know, but we're being dragged in that direction anyway, so why not embrace it? Why be the last one to embrace change? So, I mean, I think we're the traditionalists, but we were getting to a melodic thing. How do we make this not sound like salsa, but not sound like reggaeton either, melodically speaking?
He had the whole na thing down from the beginning.
Oh, but no, we had talked about that.
Yeah, like the
we
rap
had talked
verse,
about it,
like
and since he came out right away with we
in
were
the
all
bottom.
like, yeah, I feel that too.
When I came back in, which with my idea with what is now the chorus,
Baby.
the whole baby,
Yeah.
that all was like me trying to write a second verse for it, and Danny was like, nah,
That's a chorus.
that's a chorus.
Yeah.
That's it. Let me try to like, you know, do something spicy. So the
la-las worked.
The whole la 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 la.
Jeremy loved it. I heard. I was like, it works. It works.
Yeah, we didn't know what it was gonna be.
No,
We were always supposed to
I
put
was
words
like,
to that, right?
Yeah, I was like,
Words
I was
never
just
came
trying to
out.
give melody so Jeremy could sit here and just put
Yeah.
words over it, and
I was really looking
He's like,
for a
maybe.
vocal hook like that. Jeremy was in, like when he was looking for one idea to be the seed, and then he stumbled upon the idea of a high school love that's being rekindled. And that's what Sin Dejas is about.
And now he's